everybody, and welcome to another episode of Catch That. I am Naturally Elise.
And I'm JR.
And today we are being joined by Brian Alexander Morgan. And if you don't know who he is, even though you should, Brian Alexander Morgan is a producer born and raised in Wichita, Kansas, and he was discovered by Club Nouveau. In the early 90s, he wrote and produced songs for SWV, Layla Hathaway, Martha Wash, Usher, among others. He also has done production for phenomenal artists like LaRue, Usher, Coco, Ann Nesby, Nicole, Faith Evans, Tamar Braxton, and many, many more. And outside of R&B, he has also worked on a lot of house music in the 2000s. So we would like to welcome you.
Hey, wait, what up?
Yo, my man is in the spot, yo. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. So now y'all know, again, I think if anybody knows me, and I think B knows this, he's one of my favorite producers of all time. I tell him that often.
Appreciate you.
For real. So, on Catch That, how we like to bring, producers and songwriters on. I know everybody is going to look, and the main question, what did he do with SWV? Nah. So I know that Stevie is a big part of his inspiration, big time. So me and sis was like, yo, what do we want to do with B? So I was like, yo, we can talk about Stevie because I know he worked with LaRue and he did Tell Me Something Good on their album and did that. And then B he was in the 1990 Grammy performance doing the background with Stevie.
Yes, Lord.
He was doing his little 1-2 in the background. If you saw him, y'all can check that out on YouTube. B was rocking with him. I was like, all
right, I had hair.
Yes. So I was like, what are we gonna do? So I was like, let's ask him about what's his favorite 70s album. Because when we get to the 80s, everybody know I'm very shady about Stevie in the 80s. Very. But so I was like, yo, let's talk about what's his favorite 70s album. And he told us Songs in the Key of Life is his favorite.
Yes, sir.
He loves
absolutely.
It and all that good stuff. So we're gonna have a nice conversation about that, on why he liked this album so much. Of course, me and Elise gonna have some concerns and opinions, but it's all good. So B, why is Songs in the Key of Life your favorite Stevie 70s album?
I can't start with songs without starting from the beginning with Stevie transitioning from being an artist who had to kind of write with Motown staff writers. There was a period between 68 and 70 where he's transitioning into the songwriter we know and love him to be. And we have to talk about Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Yes, raise it up. Come on, raise it up. Signed, Sealed, Delivered was amazing because it was showing the genius was there. Signed, Sealed, Delivered was a smash hit. Ma Cherie Amour, smash hit. This is Stevie flexing his songwriter muscles to Motown, saying, hey, I got this. I can do this. Yeah, there you go. Listen, and it was incredible records, and he co-wrote those with his then wife, Sarita.
Yes.
So now, when you jump to his first 3 brilliant albums that won him all the Grammys and got him the pop crossover world with Talking Book, with Superstition, and You Are the Sunshine of My Life, and Too High, my God, Higher Ground on Fulfilling on Intervisions, Golden Lady on Intervisions, All Is Fair in Love. He's got just brilliant records on those albums. But when he got into the car accident in 1974, he was hit by a log in his head that came through the window of a limo, hit him in the head, scarred for life, was in a coma for a very long time, and they didn't think he was going to make it. So I personally think that whatever powers there are that we call God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, literally wrapped Stevie up and just had him and was just delivering incredible messages. And that turned out to be this album. And when he named this album Songs in the Key of Life, it was perfect because the songs on this record deal directly with life, whether it's race, whether it's politics, whether it's love, whether it's sex, whether it's joy of a childbirth. It's all in there. So I got to start with the brilliance of Love's in Need of Love Today.
Yes.
With the intro alone, the reason why I think it's brilliant because it's just voices and it's just Stevie's voices. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Good morning, evening, friends. Getting your attention right off the ripper, letting you know that it's a warning is really what it is. We're going the wrong direction, and that's where we are right now. We need love, people. And the brilliance to say love's in need of love today. Come on, man. Who says stuff like that? But I got to say, listening to the level of the writing on this is the reason why I write the way I do.
I figured
period.
that. I figured that.
Period. It's the standard for how to say a lot with a little. And I got to say this, I haven't said this anywhere, but I'm going to say it on this show, guys.
Okay.
A lot of today's stuff, I love it, but it's so many words and so damn, like it's so many words. I call it conversational records where they just going on and on and on and on and on. I can name a couple artists, but I won't. And I love them as artists, but these cadences that are out now, it's either very, very short, stupid shit or very, very a gang of words.
Yeah.
And it's too much. Stevie taught me personally, in my mind, to say, how can you say a lot in a very little amount? Send one you love with a dozen roses. Make sure that she knows it with a flower from your heart. See, that's just a couplets. I like the good old couplets where it's just a couple of phrases, you know.
You went secret plants.
I had to, because that's the most simple thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but when we get back to this joint, okay, so Love's in Need, I love that he set it up with a kind of a clarion call. Like, this is a call out to the universe and all good people. You feel it. You can feel it, right?
Yeah.
And then if you didn't believe it, he said, well, it's a meditation is the next time. I'm just going to go ahead and have a talk with what?
With God. Yep.
Listen, he said, if you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk. Come on, man. What album, soul, pop, or any other genre has been that direct with something so spiritual and so real, right?
I mean, that's one thing about Stevie anyway, because he made sure, like, even with his albums, he tried to talk about a song about God anyway. But I think he was a little bit more direct with this.
Right.
You know how he would normally say, heaven is a zillion miles away.
Right. It was very, very abstract.
Yes.
And with this, he made a direct callback to Black church, because, you know, have a little talk with Jesus. Talk with God.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Right. And I'm glad he did that switch up, because everybody's not a certain faith, right?
Right.
So he just covered it all.
And made it inclusive.
It's universal. And I'm all about that as you probably know if you follow my page, B_A_Brian Alexander Morgan, you follow that joint, you know, I have a couple of opinions. I grew up in the Black church, so I have a couple of opinions about it and what that means to a person like me who had to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I got to figure out what my whole existence is all about too. And I don't need to necessarily do it and define it by other people's ideas. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
I had to figure that out. But Stevie was figuring that out here on this record. And that's what shows, because it wasn't just about the charts. It wasn't just about the charts. It could have been. That's why they led off with I Wish, because that was an instant, come on, looking back up when, who can't rock to that? Come on. And then I love the nostalgia of it. He was letting you know, let me walk you through my life real quick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And it's brilliant. So I Wish was brilliant, a brilliant single to come with. But to follow with Sir Duke and talk about your child's birth, who did that ever? In such a brilliant way. The chords, I mean, come on, a little swing. Come on, rockin' Stevie with this. It's like it's rocking you. Boom. Isn't you love me? Who did that? Whoever did that? About your child, man. Right. And then had a nerve to put the audio of your baby in the water while you, come on, man. Ain't nobody ever did that on a record, and I don't think they ever will. No. So he was capturing literally songs in the key of life. Like, you gotta give it up for that joint right there. Now, I want to talk about album cuts.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
Oh, we about that. We about that.
Come on. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Summer Soft.
All right.
My God. Keys, come on, chords. But the brilliance, again, here we go with these lyrics.
Okay.
Nobody's ever taken the seasons like fall, winter, spring and turned it into a metaphor like it was a woman. Okay? Whoever did that? Summer song, ways you up with a kiss to start the morning. Oh, by the way, that's Terrence Trent D'Arby's whole shit right there.
Yeah,
that's Terrence Trent D'Arby. That's Terrence. But to end up with a, you'll find it's October and she's gone. Oh, it ain't fair. It ain't fair. Talking about the seasons coming and going with these chord changes? Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, you know, Stevie like to talk about the seasons anyway. You know,
My God.
He got that in a lot of.
Yes, he does. And I love it.
Yes.
In a lot of songs. And basically the whole Journey Through the Life of Plants album.
Oh my God.
Of course, about plants, but it's also about seasons and how that relates to.
And I love that, and how they affect plants and how that things grow. Again, another brilliant insight to something that most sight-seeing people can't see.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's another thing I think that's brilliant about him. Like he's not bothered with visuals of what we can see. He's dealing with something so much deeper. On so many levels and then what it does is illuminates stuff for you to see.
That's true. Like the song Visions. Like his song Visions. When he said there's visions in my mind, I'm like,
come on, man. Right. They go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Have I lived to see the milk and honey land?
He did an interview speaking about the song Visions because he was like, I wrote a song Visions. And you could tell the interviewer, because it was a white guy, you could tell the interview, he wasn't really getting it. I was like sitting there like, I'm amazed, because I'm like, you're not understanding what Stevie is writing in. Like, you don't get it. And the guy was like, yeah, okay, great. Yeah.
And I would be remiss if we didn't talk about Knocks Me Off My Feet.
Ooh.
That joint, I mean, it's an R&B.
My favorite Stevie song. So
listen, it's a chords wise and change wise, it's an R&B classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
And what's amazing is it wasn't even a single.
Wasn't a single. How many joints don't hear that wasn't a single that are absolute standards and classics? You know,
this album had 5 singles total.
Right. And then we talk about
them, the singles came out from 76 all the way to 78. So it was a kind of
it's ridiculous. It's a monster achievement.
Well, wasn't it true? Because I think with so much of this album, wasn't it like because people was like trying to hurry up and get the album done or something like that, and they started doing T-shirts. The album's not done yet, and
right.
Kind of stuff. So
it was a thing
that it was a lot of. I don't want to say this, but and a lot of the machine behind it.
Sure.
More than it was with the other albums.
And the thing about it is that Stevie did not even remotely bend to any of it. He followed his spirit, and the spirit said, do it this way. And that's the way he did it. And that's the way it was received. And the whole world was blessed for it. Because you ain't getting joints like Ordinary Pain. It's not an ordinary record. To literally take it from one mode and then go into a funk mode.
Yeah.
Had only been done by Sly Stone before. It hadn't been done.
And JR knows I love that. I love when a song, when it's 2 genres in one song, or if tempo, I love me a tempo change. Okay.
Come on, tempo change.
A tempo change. It could be a bad song. I'd be like, what? It has some redeeming qualities.
And you know, that's funny because I never heard anybody else say that before. Like I didn't think that was a thing, but I appreciate you for appreciating that. It's just different. Come on. When by the phone, that's in vain you sit. You very soon in your mind realize that it's not just an ordinary thing. Come on, man. Oh my God. Don't fool yourself.
And Stevie actually does a tempo change a lot because he does a tempo change a lot. Because you think of If You Really Love Me with that.
Yes, he did. He did it right there on a huge pop record.
That's my favorite Stevie song. That is actually my favorite song.
Like it's that ridiculous. Song still gives me chills.
It has to.
Every time
Call my name. Ooh, so sweet. Make your kiss in when your mood is clear. Come on, y'all.
Y'all not gonna do this. Y'all not doing this right now.
Woo! It's church. It's church. If You Really Love Me is church. It's church, baby.
Absolutely.
And then to get to that, if you really love me. Come on. It ain't nothing but church. I don't have to be playing around out here.
And then it wasn't even him, and that's the Funk Brothers, though. But you could tell, like, Stevie was like, oh, I got something.
Oh, wait, no. Well, correction. That's Stevie on that one. He's on the drums. Yep, Stevie's on If You Really Love. That's all Stevie on drums. Stevie on bass. That's the keyboard bass. And he's murdering. That's all Stevie. Yep, on If You Really Love Me. For sure. Because that's right there in that Sarita period where he just married Sarita.
You right.
Yeah.
Damn it, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. And he's murdering it, showing you that he can do it all himself, leading up to the masterpiece that we are speaking about. And yeah, you can't leave off. Hold on, Village Ghetto Land. Can we talk about? There's never been a song like that where he walks you visually through the hood with strings from a keyboard that nobody had ever heard of. And I went to Stevie's place and I saw and touched and played this keyboard from Yamaha. They gave him, it never even was produced commercially. It was a joint that they was testing out a little, I forgot the name of it. It's a Yamaha, it's called a string machine. Oh my God. It's the, would you like to go with me on that joint? That machine is insane. And that's all Stevie with the, down my dead end street. You know that? Would you like to go with me?
Wow.
Ghetto land. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Literally walking you through something you may not know nothing about, but he gives it to you brilliantly. It's visual. It's sonically, spiritual. It's crazy. He took a sad song, because that's a sad song. The condition
it really is.
Good.
It's very. You can hear like the sad keys.
It's sad, but it's also what's the word? Transformative.
Transformative,
yeah.
It's transformative.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, come on, man. I just had to mention that one.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about that string machine. Let's talk about that became a hit on Coolio. Hey, pastime. It's the most that life living in the future paradise. What? It's still on this album. Now that is about political and social consciousness. Confirmation,
I know he's thinking right now, sis, because he's making it real hard not for us to say our concerns.
My God.
Come on.
I got at least speechless.
I don't care for that song.
And
I didn't even back then. And then once they sampled it, the Coolio.
Oh no, I don't care for Coolio thing. I hate that.
Then I really.
But you know what I liked about that song, Lisa?
But I love the writing.
But let me tell you why I liked it musically.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know, Stevie's hugely influenced by the Beatles.
Yes.
So Pastime Paradise is his Eleanor Rigby.
Makes sense.
Straight up. Look at all the lonely people. Strings. He went there. Bum, 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 bum. You know what I'm saying? Confirmation, race relations. Come on. And all them words. I was like, let me learn what every word that he's saying is. Verification, revelation, acclamation. That's crazy. Salvation, vibration. You don't like that? You didn't appreciate that? All that. But what he say? But what is it to though? To the peace of the world and the evils of the world. So he gave you both sides.
Yeah.
And then and cautioning living in the past.
Yeah. And see, and I even think saying don't like is a strong word. I don't connect to that song musically.
That's funny.
But the writing, in fact, I connect to this whole album with the pen.
Got it. Oh, for sure.
But there are songs that I just don't necessarily connect with.
You know what? And I'm such a Beatles fan myself. I think I got that instantly when I heard Pastime Paradise. I got the connection to the Beatles because I'm such a Beatles fan. Because they are the melody kings, and Stevie understood that, which is why he covered and what I was doing on the Grammys with Stevie, a Beatles tune. We Can Work It Out.
Yes.
Stevie understood that. The connection is made there.
And I love Stevie's version of We Can Work It Out. I love
Isn't it insane? Yes.
Yeah,
crazy.
I love it. Even though, do you feel what you feel about this, B? I love Shaka's version of We Can Work It Out.
Oh, that's incredible too. But I'm so connected to her as an individual and as a vessel. And as a kid, like Shaka, man, listen.
Yeah, we love
That's why it made sense that he did tell me something good. Come on, connect these dots, somebody.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank you. Come on, Shaka. Of course she could handle Stevie's joint.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Because actually on our last episode, we talked about Shaka, What You Gonna Do For Me, with like the ultimate Shaka fan.
And that ultimate album. How about that? I was playing that last week for one of my producer friends. Deputy. Shout out to Deputy. He produced Rihanna's Bitch Better Have My Money. He was over here. And I just casually put on joints for young new producers to just vibe to. Like we was just in my kitchen vibe and I put that joint on. And from top to bottom, when he heard Night in Tunisia, are you kidding me? Come on, man. And then Night Moods, that's a whole nother, y'all gotta have me back.
That's my cut. That's my cut. Night Moods.
Come on, Lise.
Night Moods.
Right? And she giving it to you, right? And the Anthony Jackson on the bass. Come on. I'm done. Yeah. So y'all, I see y'all my tribe. I see what it is.
Oh, listen. Me and Elise do this. That's why it was so dope when you brought that in about that. I was like, I'm gonna ask B, did he like Shaka? But you put
come on. And recently, did y'all see the interview with her and Lunel?
Oh yeah.
And so Lunel is like my play big sister, right? So all the dots are connected. All the dots are connected. And me and Shaka, I got to meet her at Jamie Foxx's house recently, and that's just one of mine. That's like my heart. Like she's one of the realest. Still got the gift. Beautiful. She's a lot of things, baby. Shaka is on walking on this earth. There's none like her. None like her. Never
real.
will
like that interview with her and Lunel, she was just so honest.
I loved it. I loved it. And plus Lou is my real soul sister, for real.
Yeah.
So like we both from the Bay Area.
We was with each other a couple of weeks ago, right?
Man, look, we've been for sure. She did a photo shoot at my house for Rihanna's Fenty lingerie deal, and that was cool, amazing. But we digress.
Yes. But okay, so going back to the Stevie, and we talking about deep cuts. I like Black Man.
Oh, a whole history lesson in one record with the school kids.
Yes.
For that ass.
Yeah.
Whoever ever did that. I'm going to talk about this country, and I'm going to tell you about this country through the eyes of all the people who built it. Whoever did that in a record?
That was dope.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I just like, I like Hank Red on the saxophone.
Oh my God. I like the funkiness of it.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes.
You're kidding me. And listen, when we talk about couplets, when I said, you would think that such a heavy subject about history and our history in America could be very difficult to translate in the form of a song, right? Stevie puts it to you in couplets. First man who died for the flag we now hold high was a black man. Now that's clean.
Yeah.
That's clean, people. Yeah. That's clean writing.
Yeah.
Died of a ship on our first Columbus trip was a
brown man.
Man. Heart surgery was first done successfully by a black man.
His pen, y'all, for real.
And then the hook. We pledge allegiance all our lives to the magic color, red, blue, and white. Come on, man. But we all must be given the liberty that we defend. Without justice for all men, this history will repeat again. It's time we learn this world was made for all men. Come. Come on, man.
You better.
Come on, man. On one album.
Yeah,
and we didn't even talk about ass yet. We didn't even talk about ass.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Oh my God. As around the sun, there's no shit. Them lyrics. Now that's from some of the black poets in LA that I was talking about. Oh, As is a combination of some of the dopest writers that ever wrote anything. And you got the names there, Lise? please talk. Let's give the writers some love on Ash, please, baby. Give us the Ash credits on the writers. Come on.
I keep
Who were
showing
the
the book
poets?
because he don't have the book in his JR.
I do. Yes, I do. In my CD, I
No,
can't see it.
JR.
I got my vinyl. They didn't give me that.
Okay, Lise, read the writers on As, please.
Okay.
We got to talk about it.
I don't
Those
even
lyrics.
Hancock.
Come on, man. And George Benson is playing that joint too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because George Benson is all over this album, ain't he?
All over it. All over it.
Yes. Yes. Because he's singing backup on Another Star, ain't he?
Another Star. We're going to get to Another Star in a second. Come on.
We're going to get there. Okay.
Let's talk about As. Come on.
Okay.
Well, with As, they only have Stevie credited as the writer as far as in the liner notes, but the musicians on it, Nathan Watts on bass,
of course,
Dean Parts on guitar,
Yes.
Herbie Hancock on keyboard,
That's
absolutely.
Right.
Greg Brown on drums.
Greg who?
Brown.
Brown.
Oh, I don't know that. Okay, I never. I missed that one. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Maybe I got it confused with Black Man. It was one of them where the poets are on there. Which one's the poets? Maybe that's As. No, we're talking about As.
But with As, let me tell you what's. I love that they also credit the background hand claps.
Yes, Lord. Because that's a gang of people on there doing that, right?
Yeah, that's Herbie, Yolanda Simmons, Nathan Watts, Stevie.
Yeah, Yolanda was married to Stevie at the time. That's Stevie's wife at the moment. That's Alicia's mama.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Who herself was also in Wonder Love.
Can we talk about Wonder Love for just a quick second? How many
Denise.
vocalists that came out of that?
Minnie Riperton.
My favorite. Man.
Denise
Angela
Williams.
Winbush.
Yes, Lord.
Denise.
Listen, Denise Williams.
Crazy. Stevie knows some voices when he heard. That's why when he heard Coco, when Stevie heard Coco, he called me.
Really?
And said, yes, come to the studio and hang out. I didn't get to hang out on just it was when he heard her voice. He's a person who loves female voices, period.
Yes. And
so,
speaking of that, and you finally on live, you played the demo of Week.
Yeah.
And I did not know she sounds exactly like you.
She did everything as it was done. That's our secret weapon with me and Coco is that Coco never liked to ad-lib ever. So
that's why I like her as a vocalist.
Yeah, that's an improv skill.
Like that either.
Right, it's an improv skill that everybody doesn't have.
Right.
So when I did all the ad-libs and everything that's already there for her to do, it just made it easier to get it done, right? I didn't have to sit there and worry or wonder. She didn't have to sit there and worry or wonder about what am I going to do in this section because I don't know what to do. I already had it done. So that became our secret weapon because all of a sudden, all my ad-libs and everything that I think and do and the runs and all that stuff is now a template. And all she's got to do is just do it. And she could do it. So there you go.
Damn, that's when you played it, I was like, wow, she sounds like exactly like the demo.
And same thing with Rain, like everything I always would demo the records first. So that made it easy. Fine Time, same thing.
That's
everything.
Did you
go speak?
that's my joy.
Thank you, baby.
I already told B how I felt that should have been a single, but anyway.
Absolutely.
But do you know that I did the intro documentary?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm in that. And
I love Kenny Green.
Coco in because she would say she was dating Buddy.
That's right.
Didn't know that.
That's right. That's right. I remember all of that.
That I'm So Into You was kind of about him.
No, because I wrote that just right off the top of my head.
Okay. So I guess she said she was singing it to him.
Man, that could be. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm So Into You was a magical record that came into play when it's okay. The girls, we already knew the girls was taking off at that point. Like I was writing that out of a space of confidence.
I knew you were.
Before that, we didn't know. Right here, the very first one, when it didn't really do so well, the very first one on the charts, we were like, wow, we wasn't sure. But I feel like somewhere in there, we started to realize, yo, this is some shit.
Which is the Right Here that I personally prefer.
A lot of people say that, and I
do. You know, I
was
did.
like my
intro. I love the original.
It was like my intro. Like I vividly remember watching the video and like, who are these girls? I love them. Like
yeah.
So I associate it. It's a nostalgic thing.
Yes. Thank God. Okay, listen. Coco used to give me a lot of resistance in the studio. But,
yeah, you said that, yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm So Into You was a turning point in Coco and my studio relationship. It's the time when, okay, listen, I wrote it in my apartment. I didn't even have a house yet. I wrote it in my apartment. And I had to use somebody else's studio to record it. This guy named Pat Green. Shout out to Pat Green. And when I walked by the bathroom and Coco was on the phone talking to her mom in New York. We was in Sacramento, but she was talking to her mom and she's in the bathroom. She didn't know I was eavesdropping. So I walked by the door and I heard her say, "Ma, Brian gave us a smash. It's called I'm So Into You." But wait, she fucked up because she had been playing like Hard to Get all the time. Like, it's cool. It's all right. Giving me all the New York attitude, right?
Oh, y'all, listen.
When I walked by that door, that little girl, Coco, was speaking to her mother.
Yeah.
And saying, "Ma, oh my God, this is crazy." So I knew she loved it. So when we got on that mic, she told I'm So Into You up. And that's why at the end, when she laughs after the, I kept that laugh in because it was so authentic.
And y'all was having a good time.
That's right. And she was so happy. And I was happy that I know we nailed that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just want that's an aside for
yeah. Especially with Stevie loving female voices and he heard Coco and called you.
Listen, and literally had me come over there. The pictures I got with Stevie that are the most ones I post or stuff is from when that moment happened. He wanted to hang out. He wanted to kick it. And I said, "Stevie, I did the Grammys with you like 4 years ago, right?" He didn't remember that shit. I was just in the background singing.
He probably was like, "If you say so."
Okay, right?
And that's why I'm like, with speaking of, we could throw a little of the battle up in there that the girl's about to go against Escape. That's why I was like, my girl's got 7 joints off that
on one album.
7.
That's the way they used to do it. Michael, Janet, come on, off the wall, come on, Control.
So I'm like, please, we ain't even got to think about New Beginning yet and Release Some Tension, none of that.
And the remixes that extended the joint, just come on, at least, right? Extended it 2 more years.
Yep.
Into brilliant soundtracks.
Yes, Above the Rim.
Come on, man.
It's like, that's why I was like, I hope y'all know SWV is nothing to play with. I just had to take off.
Nothing at all. And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I think, look, come on, I'm So Into You. Look, I love Lisa with this final.
Speaking of, I'm So Into You, and she just brought that out. Which version did y'all record first? Did y'all record the one when the second single?
The only one, the single that you know. That's the one we recorded.
I'm talking about but when she does The Reason Why, Act the Way.
Oh, that's the remix. Yeah, that's the remix. That was way later. That was like a year later, damn it.
A year later? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know if that was the original and then you just changed
No. The one you heard on the record is the original.
Cool.
That's the one she was called her mama and told her was the one.
She was
right.
into that.
Because guess what? Without that song breaking, we wouldn't be having a conversation about any of this.
We would.
Because they were, back then, if your second single, after your first single didn't do so great, your second single, you didn't get no third one.
But I'm glad they didn't go with Weak. Because that would have messed them up. It would have did them as a
ballad group.
A ballad group.
Right. And Weak was brilliant after I'm So Into You.
Yes.
Because then it ruled the whole summer.
It sure did.
It ruled the whole freaking summer, baby.
Y'all took the number 1 spot from Janet. Like, that was a big deal. Like,
big deal. And I'm so, man, without I'm So breaking, the girls, like you said, I'm glad it established them in a mid-tempo funky groove.
Yeah.
Because that showed, hey, listen, we're not just a ballad group and we can do it all. We can do it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also it was a record that broke the sound from New Jack into a new sound.
And they never give you that credit. And I hate that. I hate that they put I'm So Into You in that New Jack swing.
And it's completely not. No. And they kept trying to take it back to that with the remixes. Yeah. And remember, it was a heavy East Coast, West Coast thing going on at that time.
It was.
So that's really what that's from. So I don't fault any one person, but Kenny Ortiz himself is the one that wanted to push Teddy's name and put his name on everything because he just was trying to, I don't know why. But my point is this, because the name was big, that's why I get it. But you already got a person in the form of moi breaking these girls with a whole new sound. Why do you keep trying to go back to somebody else's sound? But my point is, I'm So broke the spell of New Jack Swing for all time. And then Jimmy and Terry, especially Jimmy, to tell me, hey, B, when I'm Swinging You came out, I literally sat my writers down in Minneapolis. We was in the studio trying to figure out what to do on Janet's next record because they had just came from that heavily New Jack Swing influenced Rhythm Nation.
Yes.
Right? All the tight swing, all that tight stuff. Okay. And so he set them down, and guess who? It was Bobby Ross of the Avila Brothers. You guys know who that is? Brothers,
yes.
Incredible guys. Those are my guys, right? Yeah. Iz and Bobby. He set them down. They were like, we're gonna listen to this It's About Time album from the beginning to end because I want y'all to hear what's going on. So they did, bro. That's how they came up with That's the Way Love Goes.
Yes. I knew that.
Listen, all of a sudden, the whole style of production changed from that tight New Jacky thing to smooth,
a little more groovish,
chopped beats like what I was doing when I'm Swinging You. When the beats now all of a sudden it's a sample based and chopped, which is what I was doing.
Yeah.
And because that's what Teddy wasn't doing. That's what LA and Face wasn't doing. Nobody was doing that. I came in and chopped the thing up like a hip hop producer, even my own keys, right?
Yeah.
So it had elements of hip hop and R&B, and I'm Swinging You. And think about the breakdown of You're Not My, You're Not. You're not mine. That break is a full-on hip-hop drop, baby. That's 808 in your face in the middle of nowhere, and then back to the groove, right?
And when they get live and they do it live, they get so New York at that.
It's ill. It's awesome, right? Oh, and that's where the remix works right there. When they put the remix right there, that's crazy. I love that. Yes. But don't get it effed up. That joint changed the game. In the pop culture of the way we listen to things. So when they came back with Janet's That's the Way Love Goes, I didn't know that was happening. Jimmy told me that. He didn't have to tell me that, that they were influenced by that. But that's what I mean. You're right, Jay, that it's unspoken, but it really changed the culture.
It really did. It really did. And I said that when I did my video for the 25th anniversary. I was like, y'all don't understand. I'm so into You changed. It changed everything, but with Kenny Ortiz trying to make it New Jack, it put that there. So nobody really understands how much that changed.
But we know because that joint went gold, un-New Jacked by itself and broke them girls, right? Yeah. As what it was. Yeah. The straight straight ahead, baby. Bop, boom, boom. It ain't nothing swinging on that but the hi-hat. Just come on, people. Yo, and that might be the best pre-chorus of all time. You're so fine. Come on. That's the pre-chorus of all pre-choruses. When they sample that hip hop cast, they always use that part. Belly, look it up. Belly. It's called The Come Down Is Real Too.
Oh no, I ain't know
Rapper
that.
Belly. Listen to it. Look it up.
Hold on, I got the pen. Okay, wait a minute.
Come Down Is Real Too. It's a video.
Catch that, JR.
Belly the rapper. Go. Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Another sample from another, and Belly's a very accomplished writer, and he's incredible. Belly the rapper. He works with The Weeknd and all that. He's amazing.
Oh, okay.
Look, check it out. Check him out.
Okay, I will. Okay.
The Come Down Is Real Too. That's what it's called. It's a video, and his whole hook is so fine. Coco in the background, you blow my mind, and he's rapping over the top of that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Wale sampled it on a mixtape. Look that up.
So with that, we can get back.
Oh, and I got a new Wale record coming too. Boop boop.
Catch that.
Coming right now with a joint I did. That's there's this artist was called Latrell that Pharrell used to have, Latrell, and I did this on her.
Yes.
And this is a joint. This is an exclusive. I'm telling y'all. This is coming on a new Wale record. Crazy. It's called the record I did on Latrell was called Mistake. I made a mistake. It's crazy. The record's crazy, and she could blow. But what my man DJ Khalil did to it, the producer DJ Khalil chopped it. Hey, and Wale heard that. It's a wrap. Here we go. I got a lot of joints coming, and I still ain't told you what was happening with me and Charlie and Hit Boy. That is insane.
I remember when I hit you, B, because I was like, you be on the low with yours. And I said, when I listened to Tamar album, and I said, wait a minute.
How about Never? The song Never. You feel that one, Lee? You heard it?
Yeah.
And I said, Bree, you part of Never. And then I think on the DM you just smiled. I was like, this son of a gun. I was like, because again, you're one of my favorite producers, so I'm hearing your sound, and I said, wait a minute, this sounds like B off the break when it starts. I said,
yeah. Thank you for those ears, brother. Thank you.
Listen.
I love it.
SWV and Martha Wise. Since that album, I've been a fan, so I just listened. And when I heard Never, that's why I hit you. I said, B, you on Never? And you just smiled. I said, God
yeah, man. And Tamar sings the dog mess out of that
record.
Right? And
yes.
Shout out to my girl, Candace Boyd, who co-wrote that with me.
Yes. Oh, my God. I was like, listen, man. Female voices, man. I said,
we better get back to the Stevie, huh?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so.
I got happy. You know, you get music heads together. It's
Another Star is, to me, an anthem. Right? For
that's my
you,
shit.
There might be another star. But
is that one of the ones that you don't care for, JR?
No. I like Another Star.
Oh, no, I just want I can't remember which.
You know what it is, y'all? It's Africa.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what I love best about that song.
That's the part that I like.
Oh.
That's what I love the best. Like,
and
it's an anthem. Man, ain't it? The drums, the whole dun, 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 dun. It's Cuban. It's a lot of things in that, baby. It's an Afro-Cuban joint.
And I just love that because I know George Benson's all over this album. You can hear him on the background.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And it's a celebration, isn't it? When you hear that. And by the way, if you ever go to Spinner's Wonder Love parties, and you guys did, that one, when it plays, you feel like you're on a whole nother level with the people.
Yeah, that's what I felt like with Summer Soft. That's why I was like, whoa, people actually notice. Like,
hell yeah. Absolutely.
You think when you go into like a Stevie party, you would think like, for me, because this is my first time going, thanks to sis for taking me. But I went and I was like, yo, they gonna know just the hits. They gonna play the hits.
No.
And I tried to tell him that that's not what it was.
No, not at all.
He don't listen to me, so it's whatever.
Here she go.
Hey, listen, y'all to see that same exact thing happen in LA. These people in LA are in, because I mean Stevie lives here. This is like, and Stevie be showing up at the ones here. You feel me?
Yeah, I heard. That's it.
So like, man, look.
Yeah, one of the ones I went to in DC, Stevie. That I didn't go to in DC. The 1 year I didn't go.
He showed up.
That's the one he showed up.
Wow, crazy.
1 year I ain't go.
When they played Jesus Children of America, because that's another favorite. And when they played it, and I saw everybody mouthing the words, I felt like. This is heaven. Like I didn't want
yeah. You understand? And listen, it's such a universal thing and a vibe that when everybody's on it, it's crazy. It's very powerful. When everybody's on that same vibe, very powerful. I've been in tears in those things, bro.
Oh, listen. After that happened, I was like, sis, we're going to get another drink. Let's go. I need another.
It's church. It's real church, for real.
It is.
And thank God. And you know what? And I'm looking at, we can never forget about I Am Singing. Nikki and Layla. The keys. Oh my God. I am singing. Brilliant. That whole Spanish thing that he's putting on that. And those keys, don't y'all love the sound of those keys? Bling, 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 bling. Oh, no. What? It's so international, bro. It's too much. Like, are you kidding me? On one album? Are you serious?
And this is why he makes it so hard, because this is one of the ones I'm not going to say I don't like. I'm be like, sis, it don't connect to me.
That joint with all that, you don't like his bilingual stuff on there?
Oh, I don't know why. Like, it just, for me, I'll be like,
that's tough for me.
And then I go to If It's Magic. Like, I just.
Really? You like that better?
Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, I Am Singing made me so happy.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
I am singing of tomorrow. I am singing of love.
That makes sense, though.
Woo! Man, we'll ring throughout this world of art. There he is again with the universal love theme.
Yeah.
I'm singing of love from heart. Come on, man. Let's all sing.
Yeah, and one thing I love about talking to people about albums, even if they're not my favorite, is I kind of start to see it in a different perspective. Because now I'm feeling a different way about the album as a whole because I see how it connects to you and it makes sense.
Yes,
and
Lord.
I like that it makes B feel so good that he's talking about it. So it's making
your energy.
Like, oh, damn, what am I making? You know,
because let me tell you something. I've lived this record my whole life, right?
Yeah.
Since I was 10. You know, literally, I was 10 in '76, and so getting it for a Christmas gift is crazy because I've lived this record my whole life. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it holds up. It holds up. And you guys weren't even born yet, and that was hitting me in such a way that, first of all,
I was almost here.
Really? What year? What year?
No, I was born in '79.
Oh, okay. And I was 13 when you were born. Jay?
86.
Holy shit. Okay, wow. My God.
Come on, B, don't do that.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, by the time, listen, I had already had that wrapped up in my heart so heavy.
Yeah.
Even by the time you came in '79, I was, because that's what Secret Life of Plants time.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know how to express how much Stevie changed my life, changed my perspective on writing. By the time you get to 1980, when he gives us Hotter Than July, oh my God, like, are you kidding me right now? Yeah. Like, really? The Master Blaster, All I Do?
All I Do.
Are you kidding me? Lately?
Like the original version with Tammy Terrell?
No.
I
haven't heard it. I haven't heard it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard it.
But
I'm sure it's dope.
They just put it out maybe like 5-6 years ago because they brought out on the unreleased stuff.
I did not know that, so y'all have to check it out.
Yeah, me and my mom love it. But it's
okay, good. I haven't heard it. I gotta peep it.
I sing Stevie's version, which is kind of.
I mean, the fact that he wrote it so early is crazy.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it is wild, right? And then his version is brilliant. And same thing with Until You Come Back to Me, with his original version versus Aretha. Yeah. But the Aretha one is the one because of Curtis Mayfield's production. That production on that Until You Come Back, boom, 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 boom. The intro alone. Come on, Aretha. Come on, Reed. And again, there I was in Detroit working with Aretha. I've been blessed to be in the room working and producing Aretha. Did you know that?
No, what? No.
Unreleased joints. They never came out. I got 3 joints that I did with Aretha in Detroit in 1994. And I got 3 unreleased Aretha joints, y'all.
Well, I mean, after It's About Time blew up, everybody wanted you then.
You know what? Clive made that a thing. He flew me to Detroit.
Oh, I believe it.
And then I got in a room with Aretha, and I got 3 joints. And one of them is on the Cache, from my Cache album that never came out, on me, the unreleased Cache album. One of the songs Aretha chose was from that album.
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy. And you guys remember the Rude Boys?
Yes.
All right. Well, one of the Rude Boys is on Aretha asked me to call Joe Little from the Rude Boys. He's the one that's in all over your face. That guy.
Yeah.
The one that sings that, I know that I'm a very lucky guy. Aretha was like, call that guy, right? So I was already friends with Joe. So I called Joe. I think he drove from Cleveland to Detroit to be on the record with me and Aretha. With my Aretha record.
Wow.
The duet I did is with Joe Little from Rude Boys and Aretha freaking Franklin.
Wow.
Look at that, y'all. You got an exclusive today.
Well, damn.
Oh, because you know what? Because they went a different direction. They went with Babyface, and that's what came out on Aretha in '95 was this Babyface joint. So my joint didn't fit with the vibe they went. Yeah. It's cool, but I still got I got to record her. I got to be in her space. We hung out and kicked it. I made her get on the piano, and I said, Reed, I want you to play Ain't No Way. She played it, sang it. I was in tears. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. She sat on that piano and played Ain't No Way. Bro, let me tell you something. Joe Little, I looked up, both our eyes was watery. We was like, oh my God.
Oh.
That is so special.
And I said, awesome. Reed, I said, play one more, Reed. I said, one more, I want you on these keys. I said, play the You Send Me. The one she did her You Send Me.
Oh, yes.
Because I like that intro. How that starts. And when she said, bum, 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 darling, you done.
I would have
done. He running around the church again.
Done.
Yes.
Done. Darling, you send me. Come on, man.
Oh
Are you
my
kidding?
God.
I couldn't believe I was sitting there and I told Aretha to play that and she did.
Wow.
And sang it.
Wow.
Bum, 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 Come on, can you imagine?
You know, I always, speaking of another female, you know, I always get you with Martha Watts. How was that?
Oh my God, that's another powerhouse.
That lady there.
Oh my God, like she's just like Aretha, but in a whole nother way. Like it's like Martha, everybody's so used to hearing her belting out the big ones, everybody dance now, and all that. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna do a ballad on her because nobody's ever done. I haven't heard a ballad on her.
Ballad from her.
Now that it's song called "Now That You're Gone." Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that was all before I ever met SWV.
And you know what's so crazy about that? And because I wanted to tell you this. Me and my mom was at it was like it was a dollar bin back in like 95, 96. And we knew about Martha Watts because we've been fans of her, of course, with Sylvester.
Ever, yeah.
So my mom went through this dollar bin and she was like, yo, Martha Watts has a solo album. I was like, for real? She was like, yeah, we played it. And of course, I'm the liner notes dude. I go and look. I said, Brian Alexander Morgan? What? And my mother was like, well, who that? I was like, Mom, he did all the SWV stuff. She was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. I was like, yo, this is nuts.
You're right.
Bought that album so many times on Amazon. We done broke the seat because we got the cassette.
Oh, wow.
We had the CD. We broke that. And when we get to Now That You're Gone, you want to talk about me and my mom thinking we the best vocalists in the world?
I love it. I love it. I love it.
What?
And I based that I based that on I used to love Careless Whisper by George Michael.
We're big George Michael fans.
Right? So Jay, that's why you got that the horn thing. I put the sax in there. And guess what? Little fun fact. The dude that played the sax on that, he's playing it in my bathroom in my freaking apartment. That's the same bathroom I walked by when Coco was talking to her mama.
Wow.
What I'm saying to you.
Oh my God, y'all.
How crazy is that?
That's
but wait a minute. That mid-tempo.
Because the writer always tied a story back to.
Gotta tie it in. Things We Do for Love. Come on, that mid-tempo funky jump.
It's the thing. On this live, she'll be losing her mind, y'all.
I wanted to do a mid-tempo funky thing on Martha.
Well, I mean, you blessed her with Give It To You. So you blessed her with that. Oh,
I had to do Give It To You. Give It To You is a continuation of Everybody. I had to get that joint in there.
Oh my God. I wish that album would have did bigger than what it did.
I do too, man. But hey, it was a #1 dance record for me. My very first #1
absolutely,
anything.
Absolutely.
So that's amazing in itself.
Yeah.
It started my parallel house music career, this is like a shadow career that I have. I've been doing it since the early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, bro, we talking about this. Don't you think, and I just about to agree with me on this one. Don't you think that this Stevie album is just too long?
Depends on what you know what? Okay, let's go through it. Let's see. Now, if we took out Saturn, what else can we take off?
Yeah, because we
we can take off Constitution. Okay. We can take off Constitution, the instrumental.
Yeah, we can take off that. I know y'all don't agree, but we can take off Sir Duke for me.
Really?
For me.
Really?
Even though
I can't say that.
How I feel about Sir Duke, I
that
still would leave it on the album. You
got to.
Every album you got to have a smash on it.
I wish it's already there. Enough.
But peep this.
But if it's just paying homage, I get why it's there.
It is homage, yeah. But nobody's got a hit record in that mode. That's in a mode of an old ragtime vibe. That's hard to do, man. Like he took a ragtime vibe down to like a 20s flapper. Come on, to do that. What? He made 20s flapper shit fly. Oh my God. Okay. And when a voice like L is ringing out, there's no way the band, you can feel it. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody ever had a hit record in that mode before.
I did not say at least. I was like, B is gonna make this real hard.
and then white people.
I get the amazingness of doing that because it makes me think of, speaking of that whole ragtime thing, it makes me think of like on Donny Hathaway, where he had the song Magdalena, and
Yes.
it was the song doing that whole,
Right.
you know,
And-
that's
but-
my jam. So I
And I love
can't.
it.
When Maggie is kissing you, oh, Magdalena.
Magdalena sits in a chair, a romance.
Oh,
License winners, glass on breaking glass. Everything to have me, spirit her away. Oh, Magdalena,
blow right now. You
nothing
got-
like a saint you are. Come on, man. That's the last time anybody ever tried to do a joint in that mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
Stevie not only took the mold and knocked it out of the park with a smash, but everybody that I know that's white, that's they shit. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, come on, man. It's crazy.
They do.
Fever. He sang the dog what out of that?
Now you're gonna have me after we get off. Now you're gonna have me play it and be focused on it. God damn it!
But that's why I like talking to music, because like our friend Mark, who we interviewed on the last episode, he really likes to see how other people feel about albums, to see if there's something he missed, or
Speaking of something you
if
missed,
he looks at it with different eyes,
make sure
different ears.
make sure this thing is still recording. Are we still recording?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Amen. Amen, everybody. All right. That's an inside joke for us three.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So yeah. All right. So Sir Duke, that's crazy.
Okay.
Let's see. What did we leave off? We didn't leave. Oh, they could have left off Easy. That's the one they could have left off for real for
Oh
me.
yeah.
Easy
Yeah,
going
that's
evening.
one.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
No. Constitution, easy going evening, Saturn. All three could have been left off.
I'm so glad you said Saturn, because when me and Elise, we was like, the first thing we was like one song, and we said at the same time, we said Saturn.
Yeah, for sure. But easy, the same thing with easy going. Like, I mean, I don't even think about that song when I think about this album. I keep forgetting that it's there. It's a meditation for Stevie with the harmonica. I love it. Da, 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 da. That's nice, but it sounds like a soundtrack, something that should have been on a TV thing, not on this record.
Yeah,
I
that makes
agree.
sense. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So those are the ones I can take off, guys. So that's a lot, though. We're taking off Constitution. We're
Yeah.
taking off Saturn. That's 2. We're taking off Easy Going's My Mama's Call. That's 3. And that's it. Those are the ones I think we
You
take
know
off.
what it is? I also think too, I was so used to Stevie with Intervisions is 10 songs. First
Yeah.
finale, 10
Yeah.
songs. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then
it's a double album, bro, with a bonus thingy.
yes, that's why. Like when my mom and I'm not gonna say my mom, my grandparents, they had the 8-track. It was 4 of them. It was.
Oh, well, no wonder you got traumatized with that damn
that's what I
8-track.
was like, come on, yo, and people, you know about 8-tracks, you can't rewind.
No. All you can do is skip to the next thing. And wait,
Next
and that was so
program.
right. That was so toe up because you'd be like, okay, if this song is playing on number 2, program 2, then I know which car is playing on. You got to skip to 4 to hear that. That was
That's why
insane.
I'm like, yo, that's why I'll be like, yo, this joint is too long. I'll be like, maybe that's
You got traumatized, Jay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had that problem because guess what? On a record, just lift it up and take it off and just don't.
Right. And that was most of the time, but it was like my grandfather loved 8 tracks as well,
Yeah.
so that's why he got a lot of them. So when
Wow.
I first saw Stevie, I was like, 4 8 tracks? What? Are
Listen.
you kidding me?
Oh, so that's trauma. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta tell somebody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this joint is too long.
Excuse me, my engineer's texting me.
Oh,
Hang on just a second. I gotta tell him what I'm doing because he's like, what the
yeah,
hell's
let me
going
tell my
on?
mom. Hold on one second.
Look at that. We gotta pause for the call.
Hey,
So,
mom,
I'm in the middle of a Zoom interview.
I'm still recording with Brian Alexander Morgan.
Period. Almost done. Hi, Mom.
Laughing and he said, hey, mom. Hi, mama.
Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you.
That's so cute.
Love it.
So she was like, oh, hi, sir.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that we talked about this whole album, because now I do see it I feel
Now
it
we
in a
get
different
it.
way.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. You know what? And it's not you guys' fault, because I think what really is the truth is that you had to be in real time with this album, like I was.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know if y'all just saw my Instagram post that I posted yesterday. There's a thing I posted that said, I used to think my age was a liability
Yeah,
in this business, but it really has turned out to be my secret weapon. And it's because of my age and my experiences. I was still a young person, but at 10, I was talking about catching it. I was catching it, and I didn't know how to express it. But then once I started to figure out how to play myself and understood what Stevie was doing with these chords and stuff, I think it was a natural, I want to say natural channeling that happened from what he put into me spiritually from this records like these and all the things that came before it, and Charlie Wilson and what the Gap Band was doing. It just naturally flowed right into my work with SWV for sure. No doubt about it. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about in a very real way, in the kind of way that you had to live it in real time, not hear it 10 years later. Right. Because you missed they call that the Z guys. The Z guys. You gotta, if you're in it. Okay, think about it this way. Here's a way to think about it. You guys know how what you just said about SWV guys, both of you, what that meant to you in the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Versus kids now that's like 19 and 20, and they're hearing it from what their parents and their siblings talked about.
Respect.
They can appreciate it, but not like you guys can.
Right. Yeah.
Because you experienced that moment in the moment. Yeah. And you know what it meant to the culture. You understood because you were the culture of it. So it'll never be to them what it was to you. Right?
So I guess we can't even be mad at them when they kind of don't understand it.
Exactly. And that's why when you guys are saying what you're saying about some of these records, even though I agree on the things that we agree on, but when you miss like some of the things that I'm talking about, I think that's what it is. It's like you had to be in the moment with this record.
Yeah.
And thank God I'm old enough to have been, even though I was a little kid, but I was a kid that was listening and understanding and absorbing.
Right.
All of it. And so by the time we get to 80, like I said, with Hotter, now this man is in my entire soul and spirit. So in my mind, and I'm just a kid in Kansas, right? How in the hell am I ever gonna be in Stevie's world or Charlie's world? It didn't seem possible. It seemed impossible. But look, in the early 90s, look what happened. It took what I was doing to get out there and show the world what I was doing with what I had been given. And that brought him right to me.
Yeah.
And Charlie, you feel me? So when you're doing it and you're doing it right and you're not just copying or lifting, there's a difference between paying homage, putting it in your mix, than just stealing and biting. Because that's appropriating. We're not doing that. What we're doing is continuing the spirit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's important. That's important.
Did he take us to church? I think he did.
He already was running around the church, so it felt natural. It's on brand.
I'm just happy that I'm able to be one of the ones that was able to do it successfully, though.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of me. There's a lot of people like me in Kansas, honestly, that didn't get a chance to. In a lot of places in New York, all over the place, people that have the gift, but they weren't afforded the opportunity. And then, or they didn't meet the opportunity when the opportunity arose, right? So whoever said, what was that thing they used to say? Preparation is the something to something. Being ready when your opportunity comes.
Yeah, if you don't have to, If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
You ain't got to get ready is a good one.
It is.
It's real.
It's very real because I'm telling you, if I hadn't been prepped on these records like Songs in the Key of Life, I couldn't have wrote a Now That You're Gone.
Yeah.
I couldn't have written a Now That You're Gone. I couldn't have written a week because I'm very young on those records. Like, I mean, when I'm writing those things, those are very old, beyond my years at the time. A lot of ways, it's like super older. You know what I mean? That's kind of what was happening with the thing that I want to tell you about the Charlie Wilson that I just did the other day with Charlie. That joint is on the Cachet album that we were flipping. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And man, it's a song that I was writing because I loved Charlie so much back then. I was 21 and I was writing this joint, and I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm like, damn, I was really writing some grown ass lyrics, you know what I mean? For my young self. But I was like, and I said to myself on the Instagram post that I posted, I was like, the reason why I think I'm writing that way is literally because of records like Songs in the Key of Life. It's like I had a bar set, and I was trying to make sure my stuff reached at least was at the bar that I had been given.
That's one hell of a bar, I'd say.
Yeah, it is. And so I had to respect that, yo, when I'm trying to write these lyrics, they gotta be on point. I gotta really speak it. I can't be just bullshitting, you know what I mean? It's gotta be really real from the heart, number one. And so when Charlie was singing it the other day, let me tell you something about wow, what came over me. Okay, I'm 54 years old, standing there telling Charlie what to do on a record I wrote when I was 21.
Wow.
So to hear his voice singing what I was writing from my heart back then, there's no words.
I know it took you there. I know it did.
No words.
Yeah.
No words. No words.
Somebody like Charlie to be doing it.
And that's all I ever wanted when I was writing that back then. I was like, I just want Charlie to do this, right? And so just 2 days ago, I was in there and he was doing it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Full circle.
Full circle, baby. Full circle.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. I was so thankful to the teacher.
Because that he is.
That he is.
And that I was a student. And that I was a student that tried to be a good student.
Facts.
Because that's really what it comes down to.
Woo. Did he break this arm down like this?
Yeah. So
It's all facts. It's easy to do when it's facts, baby. It's just facts.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Right.
For sure. What is this?
So right now, we're going to play a little word association game.
Okay.
But the remix here is we're going to give you names of other producers.
Okay.
Some historic, some your peers.
Okay.
And just name the first song or album that comes to mind. So we're going to do 5. Okay. Real quick. All right. Denzel Foster and Thomas McElroy.
My brothers. Okay, so a kid coming from Kansas like I did into literally their world in Sacramento, because J. King found me, but it was Club Nouveau that encased Denny and Tommy. Now, these are the guys that brought you In Vogue. These are the guys that brought you that MC Light joint that was so hot. These are the guys that brought you LL's Booming System. These guys are amazing. And all the Club Nouveau hits. So honestly, when I came from Kansas into their world, it was intimidating because these guys had hits. I'm like, oh my God, they're platinum on the radio with Why You Treat Me So Bad and, you know, Situation Number 9 and Lean on Me and all this stuff. I'm like, holy crap. Like, I don't know if I'll ever achieve any of that, but I just kind of like stayed in my little lane. I was like, whoa, let me go over here and do this cachet record because they doing the big stuff on the radio and in the clubs, right? So I've had nothing but respect and love for both of them. And they follow me on my Instagram to this day right now. We're friends. I love them. I have nothing but respect for them guys because they created something out of something that didn't exist. Like In Vogue, are you kidding? Tony, they found them.
Yes, they did. That whole album.
So them guys, I just say, wow, respect, and love. Those are my brothers, man. Like we were on parallel paths in the same town, but literally just going, you know, our own directions. And I say to them, word association to them, love.
Damn, deep. I like that.
All right. Next one. Dallas Austin.
Whoo, wow. You ain't coming to Atlanta back in the 90s without having to deal with Dallas Austin and his looming greatness. So when I think Dallas, I think, again, I was intimidated, man. This like intimidated. You don't come to Atlanta. That was like his town before everybody else, before Brian Michael Cox, even before Jermaine Dupri. Like Dallas was the standard in Atlanta of if you want to have big hits and you want to be that dude, Dallas Austin is that dude. And I never got to hang out with him or kick it with him or work with him or any of those things, but the word I would say, respect.
All right. Okay. Speaking, we're gonna keep it Atlanta. Jermaine Dupri.
Oh my God. Wow. To me, one of the most important people out of Atlanta ever, because of the diverse way he approached the craft. He approached the craft by looking at the people that were doing what he wanted to do. He looked at them like the Russell Simmons and he didn't just want to make records, he wanted to make an empire.
Mm-hmm.
And I never had that desire, right? So you can, right off the rip, you can see Jermaine thinking like a mogul. Yeah. And that has to do with his father, of course, being who he was.
Yeah.
But the point is, your father can't make the records for you.
That's real there.
That boy had skills and he used them. And to go from being a dancer to just full on grasping production and writing. And a lot of people don't really understand and understand that he's a writer, a real writer. He wrote melodies on them joints that people don't know, the Jagged Edge stuff, the Mariah stuff. He's writing, and Usher, he's writing these melodies. He's not just doing the beats. So, whoa, to him, word association, I would be like, wow, bro, much, much love and respect and absolute honor. I honor Jermaine Dupri because, first of all, he's one of the people who I've never seen another producer take another producer's work and use it. Because most of the time, because ego. Like most other producers would never do what he did on Pulling Me Back, use my record to make another record. That's kind of like, I've never seen another producer do that.
Wow.
That's like, and right in the middle of a contemporary time, not like, usually it's decades apart. If something like that happens, it's like, oh, I used that from the 70s or I used that from the 80s. No. Jermaine Dupri's used Rain in the middle of the 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And he didn't have to do that. So, and not only did it, flipped it and made it a top 20 pop record on Chingy and Tyrese. Huge. And I've never seen another producer ever do that.
That's respect.
And didn't have to do it. You feel me? Yeah. And made a whole hit record out of it. So, man, word association wise, I'd be like, honor and respect, man. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then going in this battle about to go into with this versus thing, that's why I want him to be in it, because I think he's integral to them existing.
Right.
Escape existing. They wouldn't probably exist without it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, it just makes sense for him to be there with them and for me to be there with my girls.
Yep.
So love and respect to Jermaine Dupri.
All right, two more. First one is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, God. That's what it is. Gods. That's R&B gods to me.
You know.
On some real, and I talk to Jimmy regularly now. And that's amazing in itself.
He's our friend too.
He talks to us too.
I heard that. Listen, I've told him to his face, nice. Both of them. Listen, guys, when it comes to keys, keyboard bass lines, lyrics, melody, holy crap, and able to do that and translate on so many different artists with so many different tones and vocals. What? Sherelle, Alexander O'Neal, SOS Band, Janet, get out of here, man. They defined a whole era of excellence. All of their you put on that SOS Band, Tell Me Do You Still Care? You put on them Let's Wait a While. You put on Funny How Time Flies. These joints are not just classics, they're seminal. Look that up. Well, just like where that. They just transcend time. They're timeless. Bro.
They transcend genre to me.
It transcends genre. Look, I'm Only Human with Human League.
Human League.
Oh. Come on, man. They showed that whole style can go on some British white boys and kill it.
Yep.
And absolutely killed it. Yep. But yeah, I would have to say, okay, word association, mentors. That's it. When you hear You're Always on My Mind and my keys and my layering and that bass and boom, that's just a straight nod to what they do on Janet, on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to layer my joints like Jimmy. I got a ridiculous bass line like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Those are my teachers, man. Like, it's just the way it is. Mentors.
Wow.
And the last one is going to be one of our favorites, Gamble and Huff.
Woo! Okay, Blueprint. Blueprint.
I love it.
Blueprint.
Love it.
Come on, man. Who can I run to? On the Jones Girls, all the Phyllis Hyman joints.
That's her girl. That's Elite's girl there.
Mine too. Come on. Come on. I was just listening the other day. What's that joint? Phyllis Hyman.
Oh, You Know How to Love Me?
You Know How to Love Me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Measure for measure.
Come on, man. Come on. Them joints is crazy. Or you're gonna make me love somebody else. What? Jones Girls, come on, man. Not to mention all the OJ's joints.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Right
Come on,
here.
smiling in your face. Baxter, come on, OJ's. Look, listen, and you know what I love about it? They were the blueprint for all of us.
Yep.
When you talk about Jimmy and Terry, we talk about Dallas, talk about all of us, really. Like, that's the blueprint where they showed you, look at how we can do this production where it's sophisticated and funky and soulful. If you listen to the intros and just the, I was listening just the other day, what you call it, came on Lou Ross. Just dun 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 dun. That track dun 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 dun. What? The way they lay that out?
Yeah.
Come on, before Lou ever say a word. It's crazy.
And
or if you're talking about intro, that's Anthony Jackson, same guy playing bass on the What You Gonna Do For Me album, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That's the same guy, Anthony Jackson. He's the James Jamerson of the Philly joints. Oh yes,
Whoa.
that's him on Night Moods playing that bass. That's the same guy playing For the Love of Money. Did y'all know that?
Yes,
you know now.
Yes,
now you know.
You're right. You're right.
Dropping jewels on here.
That's right. You're right.
So yeah, so Gambling Hub, Blueprint.
Period.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. And the stuff is lasting. Oh, and there's a record I want to mention and nobody ever mentions by Gambling Huff. That's one of the coldest joints again. And it's in a swing mode that's so crazy. It's called Hope That We Can Be Together Soon.
I'm getting out of here. I'm leaving.
Come on. Sharon Page and Harold Melvin, the Blue Notes.
So you had one show.
Favorite song from them.
Bro.
So I always get stuck on one part of a song and I'll keep doing it over and over and get on JR nerves. And one day the whole show, I just kept going and make it real soon. I just kept doing it over and over. JR was like,
I love it. But that track though, right?
Oh.
That track and that mix. Listen. What? That's insane. I'm sorry. Before they even say a word. Before she say, what? It's a rap.
Page, R.I.P. to her.
Man, look, that track, so y'all better look it up. Hope That We Can Be Together Soon. 1977.
Better.
and you know when you should look it up? Real soon.
Real soon.
I knew it.
I believe it.
I know it. Oh,
yes. Let us know what you got going on, what you want to be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So upcoming right now, Bam and Coco. It's called Real Love. That's dropping in a few weeks. Lord willing, with all these sample clearances, my God. And that's crazy. That's like a tour de force of your favorite breakbeat / joints. You know, I purposely made it like a breakbeat record. Like all throughout the record, the beat keeps changing into beats that you know.
Yeah.
While I'm singing, while she's singing the melody on top of it. So you can be like, oh, damn, it's Real Love. And then it turns into another vibe and it's another vibe. I just wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
And it's from an old joint that I reflipped. So I love the record. I got a girl that I write with now. She's amazing. Nefertiti Avani. She's amazing. Check her out. Go to her page, Nefertiti Avani. She's a brilliant young writer. She gets it. She's on the same vibes we're on when it comes to respecting what came before. She's a studier. She's a student, and she's awesome. Incredible tone, crazy vocals, and I just love her. So I got a couple joints that are coming out with her that I've done with her. That are also coming from the same album called Bam's Rare Remixed and Unreleased. which also is Everybody Wants What Two Can Do. That's going to be on there.
Thank you.
And I'm trying to release that in a very creative way. So you guys got that coming. And then I'm going to finally do a Brian Alexander Morgan album. And I don't know how I got a couple concepts of how I want to flip it. So it's coming though. It's coming.
Finally gonna get B is finally.
Yeah, man. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. Here's my concept. Y'all want to hear it?
Yes.
Here go the concept. I want to do a record. It's because everything in my life seems to be about connecting the dots and how things put together, right? So I wanted to call the album "Connecting the Dots," and the reason why is because I want to start from when I first started hearing things at all when I was a kid. So like 1970 to 75, we have a certain era of style of production, right? You got the Jackson 5 Bubblegum Soul right into your Donna Summer's Love to Love You Baby. It goes right up into disco, right? So I want to do the first 5 years. I want to do the album in increments, 70 to 75. So I only produce joints that sound like that. 76 to 79, we get into that skate stuff. Ain't no stopping us now. And your early rap, 76 to 79. Then 80 to 85. Now you're dealing with Jimmy and Terry's vibes, and you know what I'm saying. So my whole album is just leading all the way up to the 2000s in 5-year increments. So all the productions will be like that. Like you'll have vibes from each one of those periods.
That's epic. That's epic.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Epic. And I'm using people and friends to achieve it. I'm not gonna just produce everything myself. I'm working with various people, especially young cats who always are sampling things anyway, right? So I'm gonna use their skills and talents to get this achieved. But I think if I do it, it's gonna be monumental. And then I get to write in those styles that we love, that you don't hear anymore. The Gamble and Huffs. Maybe I'll do some joints that got changes like that you don't hear no more.
Yeah.
I just want to surprise y'all with that joint, but that's a undertaking for real, like to do it, to get it done right.
Nice.
That's what I want.
Exciting. That is so exciting. I'm like,
y'all dig it? Y'all like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to pull it off just for y'all.
Please.
This is my excited face.
Ah!
Yeah.
I love
like
it.
legit.
I'll dig it.
Yeah.
This has been amazing, you guys.
Yes. Oh my God, B. Thank you so much for doing this for us, man. Because I want to tell you myself, you literally are the soundtracks of my life. To be honest with you, definitely with 2 albums that I always talk about. It's About Time, and I always talk about Martha Wash's project. A lot of people don't talk about that. Even Martha Wash ended up following me because of that.
I love it. I love it.
So much. And that for you to do this is just an honor, and for real. And like I said, you're in my top for real. So you always will be. You ain't.
I appreciate you.
I don't give a damn what new producer come along and they can have everything. I'm putting you in there with the Jimmy Dennis, Terry Lewis, Gamble and Huff, Curtis Mayfield, and Holla Doja Holla for me, and you're in there with me. So I really want to thank you. You guys' vibe makes it easy because you guys already love the stuff. You're passionate. That's what most of it's all about for me. It's just the passion of it all. Yes.
And I still have that, obviously.
Yes.
So I think that's the thing that's keeping me going. Is my pure passion for the music itself. So it's keeping me going forward every day. We're trying to forge new ways to try to get what we just talked about out and back into the thing.
Absolutely.
So if y'all help me do that and help me spread the word, we're gonna be all right.
We on it. Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yes.
Appreciate it.
And I hope that we could get together soon again.
You know what, Sharon?
And make it real soon. This is your fault, you know that.
I love it. Y'all did not know I was gonna bring that record up, right?
Yeah, I didn't think you were.
It's my joint. I play it all the time.
I love it. I have it on vinyl, so I play it often.
I got it on CD, and it sounds pristine. Listen, if y'all ever come to LA, y'all already know what it's gonna be over here.
Oh, listen. What?
We might have to schedule that just to hang, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so down for that. Like y'all just come and we just do it like a in person, like get down, hang out, play records, talk about them.
In the house though.
Oh yeah.
Because when you did that live, I was like, I ain't leaving yet. I was like, B, you can't leave yet, please.
Look, Nefertiti. Look, Brian Michael Cox just came over here, said the same thing.
Sing.
He came over. Nefertiti was just here, said the same thing. It's vibes over here, baby. It's vibes.
Yes, yo. Oh my God.
It would be an honor to hang out and do that.
Yes.
I feel like we got to do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's get everybody get their vaccines and it's on.
It's on.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Yes.
Thank you.
And come see.
Don't do it.
I don't want to leave.
And we hope the audience join us on the next episode to catch that.
There you go.
Make it real.
Oh, you know what? Y'all crazy. I love y'all.
Yes.
All right, babe.
Love you
Thank
too.
you so
And
much.
Thank you.
thank you so much.